Hi everyone. Today is the third day of our WhatsApp composting session, and today I am going to teach you about how to do the composting. In first day, you must have been aware of the containers, and must be ready with the containers. In the second day, Priya taught you about the greens and the browns. By now you must have all collected some browns to mix it with the greens. Today I am going to tell how to do the composting. First, what you need? The greens. The greens are the vegetable and the fruit paste that is generated from your kitchen. All the things, all edibles or greens, all that comes from nature is composted. Only thing is, if you have big chunks like this, a stalk, you have to cut it down for a faster decomposition. Break it down. Okay. This big pumpkin, ash gourd, I am going to cut it into smaller chunks so that the decomposition happens in a faster pace. And these are the stalks of the greens. Just chop it. Chop it and keep it. And I have this one cotton brinjal, which also I am cutting it into smaller pieces so that the decomposition happens in a faster pace. Now I am ready with the greens, and I have some puja flowers from the puja room, and I have coffee grounds, and I have browns. These are the dry leaves which is collected in the season, and it is dried and kept. Make the hay when the sun shines. So make the dry leaves when the sun is hot. And if you don't get dry leaves, you can opt for cocoa peat. Otherwise, you can go to the sawmill and get sawdust. These are now it's groundnut season. You will get a lot of groundnut shells. Just crush it in the mixie. I have crushed once the groundnut shells. These are all the browns. And if you don't get any of these browns, lastly opt for a cardboard packaging material. These you will get in Amazon or all. They will give a lot of carbon like this cardboard material. You can shred it and keep it. And if you don't get any, you can shred the newspaper and keep it ready. Don't go for the glazed cardboard material like this. If you want to use this one, you have to remove the plastic lining. That is the glazed plastic lining, the top one, like this. You have to remove this, and you can use this cardboard. You have to remove the plastic lining, and you can use this one. Now another important thing is you need a handful of soil. This is the soil which I have taken from my garden. It has a lot of microorganisms in it. If you don't have, if you are new to gardening, and if you don't have the topsoil from your garden, you can go to any park and get a handful of soil from under the tree. Or otherwise, you can use half done compost from your previous batch, or you can ask any of your friends. Or if you have bought any compost from the market, you can use a handful of that also as a starter. Now we will start with the composting. Take a handful of greens for every handful of greens, you should use 2 handful of browns. Now I am adding 3 handful of greens. So I have to add 6 handful of browns. It could either be only the dry leaves or the mix of all the other carbon materials. If you have enough dry leaves, use it. 1, 2, that's all. So I am using a handful of cocoa peat, a handful of sawdust, a handful of groundnut shells. If you put the groundnut shells like that only, it will take 3 to 4 cycles to fully get decomposed. So I have just crushed it once in a mixie, and a handful of carbon. I have mixed everything, and a handful of, this is important, handful of soil, and the microorganisms start their work of decomposition. Mix everything and put it into your composting bin. Your composting bin should be placed in such a place that it won't come in direct contact with the sunlight. Place it in a shady place, and place it in such a way that you have a vessel like this to collect the leachate which oozes out from the bin. And another thing I want to tell you is, some vegetables and fruits oozes more water, like watermelon and papaya. If you are adding fruits like watermelon and papaya, you have to add another extra handful of browns.